they're having some delay in getting the data centers online. And as we know, if the data centers don't come online, the servers are not lit up, you really cannot transform that big backlog into sales. And I think that has been a big concern for everybody. This just shows that it's not going to be a linear line to go from funding to get the data centers lined up and then recognition. So I think that's a hiccup for them. In our calculations, it does impact their FY28 sales, but not the ones that, in the next, let's say, 12 months.
Now, Anurag, Paul and I were noting earlier that the delay seems to be being cited to labor and material shortages, right? And so could you just break it down a little bit for our listeners? What actually is involved in this data center build out, and why is it so subject to the potential for delays such as this?
See, it's no different than building any manufacturing factory or anything else. I mean, you'd have labor. The biggest bottleneck right now for everybody is power. So let's assume that these big vendors have figured out, they found like somewhere in Wisconsin or somewhere in Atlanta, they found a place where they have enough power. Then you got to go out and build a data center. Cooling equipment, labor, all of that stuff that has nothing to do with technology is the one that is needed for the next, let's say, 2 years to get the data centers up and running. Then you got to put the chips in there and then finally realize that revenue.
Is there backlog that they quote? Give us a sense. Is that a good number, do you think? Is that representative?
Oh, it is absolutely spectacular. That number is $500 billion. And out of that 500 billion, 300 billion, over 300 billion is from OpenAI. So if you go back a few years, this backlog was, to be honest, immaterial or not much. But what has happened is OpenAI has this absolute need to go out and build capacity so that they can do both inferencing for a lot of the workloads that are coming in. But more importantly, they can train their models so that their next generation models are better than, let's say, what Google has produced. So it's an important, you could say, strategy for them in order to get that data center up and running. And for now, they have been partnering more with Oracle than anybody else at this point.